Hello, good people. As promised, it is Labor Day, it is noon, and here I am to finally share with you what this is all about. You might be like my mom, who has my phone number, so she could call me last week and say, what is up with baby Jawn? What is this all about? So I've just been teasing a little bit, but now I'm here to share with you and tell you what it's all about, to introduce myself. So first of all, my name is Elizabeth Verrasso. I live in Philly. I am a childbirth educator. I'm a birth doula, an aspiring writer, and a sometimes speaker. And I am the mama to 4 very spunky Philly kids. I myself didn't grow up in Philly, but it's been my home for nearly 20 years. It is the place where I met my husband, who was born and raised in Philadelphia. Stick around. I might even share the story one of these days of how he wandered across the film set of Rocky Balboa back in 2005 on his way to show up, plop himself down on my living room couch, and tell me, I think you're my wife. It is a good story, but Philly is where I gestated, where I gave birth to, and where I'm now raising my 4 kids. And Philly is the place where I have the best, what I think is the best job in the world, as I'm supporting people through pregnancy, through birth, and also through their early parenting. Beside my own family, there are 2 things that I love and know the best, and that's Philly and birthy baby stuff, hence baby Jawn. So now that you know a little bit about me, let me tell you what this space is. And I guess I can tell you what it is by telling you what it's not. This is not a place for people who are pregnant, people who are preparing for birth, or people who are endeavoring the adventure of parenthood to come and get more information. I found this statistic really cool, really enlightening. So the average number of Google searches back in the year 1998, that was the year that I first stepped foot into Philadelphia, it was 9,800 Google searches per day in 1998. Now it's about 4.7 trillion Google searches every day. We have so much information available to us, and that becomes overwhelming to pregnant people. If it were as helpful as we actually expected it to be. I like this quote from PhD Britta Bushnell, who she studied mythology in her PhD studies, and she's a childbirth educator. So I love where that intersects for her. What she said is, if information alone were the only necessary key to a successful birthing and or parenting journey, birthing and parenting would be wildly successful all the time. But we know that it's not. We know that there's times where it doesn't feel successful, where there's times where we feel overwhelmed. And so instead of a place to find more information, this is going to be a place to find connection, to find support, to build a village, to find friendly voices that normalize the hardest, weirdest, best parts of pregnancy, birth, and parenting. Often what we need instead of information is stories. So this is just going to be a place for stories. It's going to be a place where I share my stories as someone who accompanies people through birth and helps them prepare for birth, as I'm a parent myself. It's going to be a place where I share the stories that I think are most inspiring, of cool people that I know and that I'm getting to know. When we have stories, they work differently on our brain than information. Information we try to log away, but stories get soaked in dopamine and get soaked in oxytocin, and they find their way deep inside of us in ways that transform. So I love all things Philly. I love all things birth, and I love hearing and sharing good stories. So that's what this is going to be. Stories that I have to share from my life as a parent, as a doula, as a birth educator. And one thing I'm really excited about is it's going to be stories from other doulas, other people that are birth professionals. I have an awesome problem. Since I am the mom to these 4 amazing kids, and since I have a fairly busy teaching schedule, I don't have the time to take on all the doula clients for all the people that reach out to me. I get a dozen to 2 dozen doula client requests that I just don't know what to do with. With people who need support through their birth and I can't be the one to help them. So I'm always trying to get those people connected to other great doulas in the Philadelphia area. Sometimes I know those doulas well. Sometimes I just wish I knew them better. And so this is going to be my opportunity for me to get to know them better and for you to get to know them better. I'm going to sit down. We're going to have live conversations with them. And so when you're interested in thinking about what doula might I want to interview, and there's a lot of great ones out there, you can come check out the archives of videos and have the chance to have your own virtual sit down with them by checking out my conversations with them ahead of time. So Philadelphia, as you know, is not New York City. We are not Broadway. Philadelphia is not LA. We are not perfection and glamour and everything has got to be lights, camera, action. When I think of Philly, I think of our Saint Jason Kelsey. No one likes us, and we don't care. If I screw up today, and this is live, it's out there. I don't have time to edit videos. I don't have time to produce something that is perfect and shiny and well presented. And let's be honest, we don't need perfect and shiny and well presented when it comes to feeling like you have supportive voices to go through the work of pregnancy, of birth, and of parenting. And so what we want is real voices. And so I'm going to sit down and have live interviews, just like today. If you see it up on this feed, if you see it on my website, if you see it on my YouTube channel, it's going to be live captured footage. And I'm also, I will admit, I'm the queen of typos. If you read the blog version, you're going to find typos. I should probably have a contest where if you find a typo, I reward you with something. Maybe we'll give you Baby Jawn points for finding my typos in the blog posts. But this is not going to be a shiny, beautiful, perfect place for us to pretend like we are perfectly glowing pregnant people, that we are all amazing birthers, that we are all the perfect parent, but to realize that the raw and the real are so transformative, and those stories can help us to get through what's actually going on. So you can join in the conversation. When you're here, if you're logging on through Instagram, if you're logging on through YouTube, then the comments can actually come up live. So when we're talking with a doula and you have a question for that doula, you can type that in and we can respond right away. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. So today is our launch day, Labor Day, the day that my kids are off school, so I had to send them away with my husband. They're watching right now. Sorry, guys, I had to chase you out the door. Usually they'll be gone on Tuesdays, which is a great day to be able to catch up with some local birth professionals or whoever I'm going to be interviewing that week. So Tuesday is tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, right around 2 p.m., I'll have my first live interview with doula and professional dancer Elizabeth Weinstein. I know, how confusing can I be? Let me go ahead. The very first day some of you are meeting me, let me go ahead and interview someone else named Elizabeth. So she and I are going to sit down and chat tomorrow afternoon from Chiropractic in South Philly in the back building. So we will be chatting tomorrow. You can watch us live. You can always catch the archives of these videos on YouTube or here on Instagram. I'm also going to make sure that they're posted to the Facebook group. So, I'm sorry, the Facebook page. So whatever your, pick your poison of your favorite social media connecting site, and you're going to be able to follow along and join in the conversation, meet some really amazing people alongside with me. So thanks for showing up. We've got some people watching today. I don't know how many. A good list. Thanks for showing up. There's some familiar faces, there's some familiar names, and there's people I don't know. So thanks for joining us today. Follow on Instagram. Check back in. Look for us on every Tuesday, a live interview, probably something, a Q&A or a story to be shared on Thursdays in live format. But this is just the beginning of something really fun that I think you're going to enjoy. That if you love Philly, maybe you're here in Philly, but I know an awful lot of people that have spent a season here and now they're away, but they just love the spirit of Philadelphia. So if you are a lover of Philly, if you are pregnant, if you are trying to get ready for birth. If you are a parent trying to figure this whole thing out, this is going to be a friendly, fun, and encouraging place for you to come meet some other people and hear their stories that are going to help you on your journey. So thanks for joining me today. I'll see everybody back here tomorrow around 2 p.m. with Elizabeth Weinstein. That's going to be a fun conversation. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. If you're here in Philadelphia, you're probably getting rained on. If you are somewhere else where it's sunny, I hope you are enjoying a great final day of the unofficial summer season. And we will be back here to talk to you again soon. Bye.